What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. And so Madam Web came out and it was hot garbage, hot trash, garbage, the worst movie people said they've ever seen, right? And so it brought this this idea of how would we fix this garbage franchise, this garbage universe. And so before we get started, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Try to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Thank you. So let's say Sony was to knock on our doors, you know what I mean, and be like, hey, we messed up. This is garbage, hot garbage. Okay, how would you fix this? And I say it's pretty easy. I mean, it's simple. Throw that shit in the garbage. Get rid of it. Destroy it. Burn it alive. Because there's no way to fix this garbage ass universe. But let's say they hit 2-3 million on your desk and was like, hey, we gotta make it work. Okay, we can't let the Marvel rights go back to the Spider-Man rights go back to Marvel, because this is the only thing that has people seeing our movies, because they're not going to buy our TVs, they're not buying our phones. Okay, they're barely buying the PlayStations that was hard to get. So what would you do to fix the universe? So I think it's simple. There's two ways to go with this. Now, either there's one way, which is the easier one, is to fully reboot it and just like get rid of all this, right? They think that's the easy way, because then you can start, you have a new Spider-Man and you do their own thing. I always advocated for, if you go back to my older videos revolving this, they should do a Spider-Man 2099. You said it's so far in the future that it doesn't really matter what happens, because you have your own universe, and then you can do a crossover with the MCU and do an Edge of Time spinoff, right? But let's say they didn't want to do that. Let's say, oh my god, because Avi Arad, he always like to mess things up for everyone. He's the reason why Sam Raimi left after Spider-Man 3 and canceled Spider-Man 4. They're the reason why when Marvel wanted Spider-Man in the Avengers, he was like, oh, Spider-Man's more successful than the Avengers. You see how dumb he looks now? He ruined Amazing Spider-Man and all that stuff. He's one of the reasons why the Sony universe is hot garbage. But let's say he's like, I don't want to do 29. It's too expensive, too much CGI. I don't want to do it. You can't do Spider-Man Noir, because they already confirmed they're doing that, and they're not having Peter Parker. So let's say you fully reboot it. Let's make it a period piece then. Let's put it in the 60s. Let's do like the Steve Ditko like 1-to-1 remake of the original Spider-Man, and do it like that. Because then you would have, this is popped in the top of my mind, but it makes a lot of sense. Then you could have it where it's so far apart from everything, where it's so drastically different, and you could have all the quirkiness, the corniness, and all that stuff. And then you could have like throwbacks to the original comic books and all that stuff. You have the Spider-Man theme song, Spider-Man, I think it'd be gas. And then you could do like a crossover where it's like Madam Web is like, hey, like there is an artifact that don't belong in your universe. Stuff like that. Just do, people love crossovers and stuff like that. But I think that'd be dope. Like you could have Gwen Stacy again, and they could be the couple or whatever. Or you have the traditional MJ, not the Zendaya MJ that's not MJ but wants to be MJ type thing. Have an actual supermodel wife. You know what I mean? You can do that. You can do the whole high school thing again. Or you can just make him a full-on adult. Like there's a lot of room there you could do with the original version of Spider-Man. Now, let's say you didn't want to go into the reboot route. Let's say you want to continue this train wreck as it is, right? Everyone's like, yo, we're not rebooting shit, all right? We want to keep this universe as it is, because we're going to beat Marvel someday. That day will never come, but whatever. He's paying you the big bucks, so who cares? So, how would we fix it then? So I was thinking. Since all the Sony movies have the same issue, where they take these villains and side characters, and either make them anti-heroes, or they make them not related to Spider-Man, right? And so, I think they should go... I hate this idea. I'm saying this only because my hands is tied with this situation. I hate this idea. But if all the villains are good guys, that means the hero has to be the bad guy, right? So there is a Spider-Man comic called Spider-Man Spider's Shadow, right? And it's when the Venom symbiote takes over Peter Parker, and he becomes, after he loses Aunt May, he becomes unhinged, and he begins to kill his villains, right? You can have it where Spider-Man is the big bad of the Sony universe, and it'll be a complete flip. It's either you could do that, or you could do the superior Spider-Man, where it's like a no-nonsense Spider-Man that kills people. I think that now I hate this idea. I tell y'all this now. Don't be in my comments. I'm like, oh my god, this guy never picked up. Shut up, all right? Shut up. I think this is a horrible idea, okay? But if you want to do it and you have to put Spider-Man in it somehow, and you have all these villains being good guys, let's flip the script. You know, maybe a little bit different, right? Spider-Man is going full on murder spree, right? Even you could do Superior Spider-Man. I think there's more a satisfying storyline, because you could have a build up to like the first 2 movies, he's a straight up like villain, and in the 3rd movie, you know, the original Peter Parker comes back and defeats Otto Octavius or whatever, right? You could do that. Or this would kind of be like a 1 movie thing, like, you know what I mean? But they like franchises, so they probably go with the Superior Spider-Man route. But if you do the Spider Shadow route, you can straight have it where he shows up, and because you already have Venom, he shows up, he straight starts murking, like, you know what I mean? The Venom symbiote leaves Eddie Brock, or, you know what I mean? Or some shenanigans where Eddie Brock doesn't have the Venom symbiote anymore. Peter only has it, and he can straight up start murking people. He can kill Morbius. He can kill the Vulture or whatever. Start killing Madam Web's friends one by one because they're trying to stop him, stuff like that. Like, he can get legit unhinged. And it could be like a horror story, because it's like he's actually killing people. So he can make it where it's like he shows up in the dark and he's like murking off his villains, and he's with no effort at all, like just one shot of you punching him right in the face. Like, it has to be rated R. It has to be. This route has to be full blown rated R horror movie where it's like, bro, we cannot stop Spider-Man. Now, I think this is a bad idea because I hate when they have evil superheroes. I made a whole video about how I hate evil Superman, right? You do this with Spider-Man, it's gonna be like hell on earth, because people will be like, yo, I don't want Spider-Man to start killing people. Like, why are you doing this? That's why I hated Brightburn, because it's like, oh, we're gonna do a new take on Superman, which evil Superman's been around forever, right? But I think this will be really dope, because then at the end, he like, spoiler alert for the comic book, I recommend you read it, it's decent, it's only like 5 issues, but at the end, he like gets rid of the symbiote, right? And, you know, he's back to being normal Peter Parker, but one of the villains he tried to kill in the first issue survived, and they have the symbiote now, and they're trying to like get revenge on Peter. So it's like a cycle of violence type thing. I think that'd be pretty cool. You got to do some timey-wimey shenanigans. If you do this, please hire good writers. If the Morbius writers on this movie, bro, I'm literally going, no, man, I can't say that. I can't say that because the FBI might be listening, and next thing you know, I'm on the front page. So just, if you do something like this, please actually hire good writers and good directors to do this, okay? I don't need my boy Peter in some slacks with a Spider-Man mask with a knife, okay? Because I know that's how Morbius writers be having them, okay? We're not doing this, bruh. But then you could do a thing where, okay, after this one movie where like he gets free, you can have it where the characters that we've seen before, they're all corrupted and they're trying to defeat this Spider-Man who has now been saved or whatever. And you could have it where, oh, he needs help, and Madam Web can be like, okay, let's bring in another universe of Spider-Man, or blah 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 blah. Like, you can do shenanigans where it's like, okay, then you start doing crossovers with different Spider-Man, then they show up, and you know, you do other shenanigans where other villains are showing up and staying, and this and the third, and yeah, it could be dope. I think this would be a decent way to fix the Sony verse. I mean, it goes in a new direction. It's better than what they're doing now, where it's just random Spider-Man villains that either no one ever heard of or no one cares about, and they're just becoming anti-heroes for no reason. So those are my thoughts down below. Let me know what y'all think. If Sony walked up to you right now, threw a sack of money in front of you, like, yo, please fix our universe, what are you gonna do? I'll be in the comments. Peace.